Hello students, I am Anita Dhiman, your computer teacher. Hope you all are fit and fine. Dear student, we know that due to corona pandemic, the whole country has locked down itself. The country is struggling with school, teacher and lack of education. Most of the schools of the country have started online classes. You must take advantage of this opportunity. Our school has started giving online education to continue our study. Now it is easy to make connection with you all and it will help us to cover our syllabus and maintain the flow of study. Chapter 1: Categories of Computers and Computer Languages. Categories of computers. A computer system primarily consists of hardware and software. Computer is the combination of hardware and software. The development of these two components over time has also led to the rapid development of the computer system. On behalf of the computer system, the computers are divided into four major categories. 1. Based on generation. 2. Based on type. 3. Based on purpose. And 4. Based on size. Now I am explaining based on generation. The term generation can be related to the word innovation. In every generation, computer technology becomes more advanced than the previous one. The major developments in computer technology that have occurred in different generations are as follows. Now there are 5 generations. Now first we will discuss about first generation computers. It started from 1940 to 1956. The first generation computer started with the ENIAC. ENIAC is the first computer which was developed in first generation. The full form of ENIAC is Electronic Numerical Integrator and Calculator. It was the first fully operational electronic and general purpose computer. Means all operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and divide we can do in this ENIAC computer. All these operational work. The first generation computer developed by Professor J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly in the USA. They are using vacuum tubes technology in this generation and Fortran language are used in this generation. The Fortran full form is Formula Translation. Formula Translation developed by the IBM International Business Machines. Features of the first generation computers. First features is these computers are very large in size and occupied a lot of space. Second, vacuum tubes were the main electronic component which are used in these computers. Third, these computers were based on machine level and assembly level languages. Means they are using two types of language, machine level and assembly level language. But in this computer there are some limitations so that this computer are not used for many of other purpose. Limitations are these computers were difficult to operate because they are very large in size, so there are difficulty to operate them. They needed heavy air conditioned systems because of the tremendous amounts of heat generated by the vacuum tubes. These computers also consumed huge quantities of power. Means they are using more electricity. The second generation computers used transistors instead of replacing vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes are big in size but transistors are small in size. Transistors, these are the transistors which are using in second generation computer in place of the vacuum tubes. With the invention of transistors, the computers became smaller in size, faster, and more reliable. The speed of these computers increased from millisecond to microsecond. Now, there are so many languages developed in this generation. Two famous languages are COBOL and BASIC. COBOL, common business oriented language, and BASIC is beginners all purpose symbolic instructions code. The example of these second generation computer are UNIVAC and Leo. UNIVAC full form is Universal Automatic Computer, and Leo, Lyons Electronic Office. Features of second generation computers. Transistors were one of the main components used in the circuit of these computers. The computers were smaller in size as compared to the first generation computers. The processing speed of these computers increased from millisecond to microsecond. Now they have more speed to operate the calculations. Third generation computers. Third generation computers started from 1964 to 1971. The third generation computer used integrated circuits in place of transistors that improved their performance. An integrated circuit is a compact electronic circuit containing hundreds of transistors and other electronic components that are pegged on a thin piece of semiconductor material. These are the integrated circuit. This is the thin piece of semiconductor material, and these are the transistors. It will make IC. These two makes IC. This generation of computers led to the invention of the mainframe computers. The example of third generation computer is IBM 360 and Honeywell 200. Features of the third generation computers. The use of IC technology reduced the size of these computers. These computers could do fast calculation in place of millisecond. It will working in nanoseconds. Their capacity to hold data and information was more due to improved secondary storage devices. You know about secondary storage devices? Secondary storage devices are hard disk, pen drive, flash drive, CD, DVDs. Fourth generation computers. Fourth generation computer started from 1971 to 1985. Microprocessors came into existence with this generation that led to the emergence of microcomputers. Presently, the I-Core series is considered to be one of the most powerful microprocessors developed by the Intel Corporation USA. The latest development of the series is the Intel Core i7 that is being used as a processor in desktops and laptops. All personal computers PC manufactured by IBM, Apple, HCL, Dell, Compaq, Lenovo, etc. belong to the fourth generation computers. Language like SQL, standard query language, C, C++, Java, etc. were developed in this generation. Some examples of fourth generation computers are Apple first, IBM 370, Honeywell 6080. Features of fourth generation computers. These computers are widely used for general purposes as well as commercial applications. Means these computers are used both the purpose commercial and personal. The storage capacity of these computers increased up to several terabytes and even petabytes. Now, speeds of computer became very faster. Technology used in different generation. First generation we have used vacuum tubes. Second generation used transistors. Third generation used integrated circuit. Fourth generation used microprocessor. Now fifth generation computers. Started from present and future. Present we are in fifth generation computers. A computer does not possess intelligence. However, scientists are working to produce intelligent computers that can take decisions on their own. The main objective is to introduce IQ in these computers so that they can think and behave like human beings. Means fourth generation computer also have IQ and they are behaving like human. This concept is called artificial intelligence, AI. In this application, computers will behave like expert and interact with human beings. Robot is the example of fifth generation computers. This is the fifth generation computer, robot. Now, second, based on type. Computers are divided in three main categories based on type. First, analog computers. Second, digital. Third, hybrid computers. Analog computers. An analog computer works on varying physical quantities. The data input to a computer is continuous in nature irrespective of the variation in input, and the results are obtained after comparison. For example, meter scale, thermometer, speedometer, voltmeter, etc. This is the analog meter, and this is the example of analog computer. There are some differences when we are measuring quantities. There are some differences. The analog computer don't give accurate measurement. Now second is digital computer. A digital computer accepts data in the binary form, zeros and ones. Zero means off, low signal, and 1 means on, that is high signal. It gives result in terms of digits. All personal computers and laptops are digital in nature. Devices like calculator. Okay, I will continue this chapter in upcoming video. If you have any query, you can ask me through email. I hope to see you soon in class. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you, students.